Hey guys, welcome back to Essence Cooked, and today we're making
chocolate chip muffin.
Yay!
Let's go. Okay, first you're going to start by heating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit.
Okay, next you're going to melt 3/4 cup of butter. I'm going to use a glass bowl and I'm going to put it in the microwave for like 15-second intervals so the butter doesn't burn and I can check on it every now. Okay, next in the new bowl, this is going to be dry ingredients. So first you're going to want 1.5 cups of flour,
1/2 teaspoon salt,
and then 1/2 cup of sugar,
and then lastly 1.5 teaspoons of baking powder. And then you're going to stir until combined.
Our personal preference is a fork because we feel like it really mixes it well, and the holes in the fork really stirs the ingredients and has them combined well.
And it also gets rid of any clumps that you may have.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so in a new bowl, this is gonna be wet ingredients, and first we're gonna do a cup of milk,
and then you're gonna do 1 large egg.
And lastly, you're gonna add the previously melted butter, and just yum.
And then you're gonna stir until combined again. Okay, now you're gonna combine the dry ingredients with the wet ingredients. And then you're gonna mix.
Okay, this is how you should be mixing. Just like that.
Just like that!
Okay, now add as many chocolate chips as you'd like. There's no exact measurement for this. I'm just gonna add the rest of this bag.
Nice.
Okay, next we're gonna line our pans with muffin lighters. And this makes about 12 medium-sized muffins.
This is how they should look like. Also, remember when you're filling up the muffin tins to not fill them all the way to the top so they don't overfold.
Okay, now we wait for about 15 to 20 minutes.
Okay, so now that the muffins are in the oven, it's time for the fun part, the science behind it. It all comes down to the two big baking tricks. First, we let the batter rest for 15 minutes before putting them in the pan. This gives the flour starters time to fully hydrate and absorb the liquids. It thickens the batter so when it bakes, it pushes up instead of spreading out.
Okay, the second is the temperature trick. We blasted them at 350 degrees for the first 8 minutes. The sudden high heat creates rapid steam and activates our baking powder incredibly fast, giving us a massive overspring. Then we drop the heat to about 330 degrees so that the center could bake thoroughly without the outsides burning.
But even though they're structurally huge, the inside is still super soft and gooey. That's thanks to the double whammy of cornstarch and milk. The cornstarch actually softens the flour by diluting the gluten-forming proteins, while the acid in the milk tenderizes the crumb.
We also use a mix of both butter and eggs. Butter gives us that rich classic bakery flavor, but the egg is a real MVP for texture because egg remains this liquid at room temperature. It guarantees that the muffin stays moist for days.
Finally, we have to talk about structure. To hold these giant muffin tops, this recipe usually relies on proteins of 1 whole egg plus 1 whole egg white to build solid network.
Okay, now that the science is over, we can finally take them out of the oven and eat them.
Yum!